This is an AI destroying Scribble.io, the best Pictionary game out there. And in this video, I'm not just going to walk you through how I made it, but we'll also see how far I can take it without getting banned. Every game I go without getting caught, the more unhinged the bot becomes, and my goal is to survive at least 3 matches before getting kicked from the lobby. So the meat of my bot is going to rely on image recognition software to try and guess the word. To analyze the drawings, I'll use Pill and OpenClip, which I barely understand, but I did watch half a tutorial on each of them, and now I'm pretty much an expert. I'm also going to need the word list that Scribble.io uses, so if I look online, let me just yoink that off of here. And here is the initial script that takes an image and identifies the top 5 words from my list that best describes it. Now I'm going to try 3 PNGs to test it out. An apple, a car, and a zebra, which is my 18th favorite animal. Who would have guessed? Let's see if the AI can correctly identify them. And great, it passed the initial test. But Scribble.io doesn't use photographs, it relies on human drawings. So can the AI correctly identify custom portraits? Let's find out. So I'm going to draw my best apple here. Let's add it in. So it guessed tomato first, but apple was a close second, which is good enough for me. Now let's move on to the car. Change the file name. Looks like it did indeed guess the exact word. And finally, moving on to the zebra, it has 4 legs, a snout, and some stripes. I just want to apologize in advance for my drawing skills. Art is clearly not my specialty. Plugging this into the script, we get not a zebra, and I blame myself for this. Even if I rerun it, I pretty much get the same results. Now, despite incorrectly guessing the last word, the current model we're using is accurate enough for our purposes, and you'll soon find out why. There is a very big problem though. It takes a very long time to predict the words, precious time that could cost me the game. Luckily, Scribble.io gives us a hint above the canvas, which we'll use to filter out words that can't possibly be the correct answer. Now there are 2 main categories of characters, either an underscore, which is an unknown letter, or literally any other character, which is a given. We're also shown the number of letters in the word, which should drastically thin out the list of candidates for the AI to choose from. So I got to work adding in this feature. I also kept track of the words already guessed and prevented them from being used again. This addition allows the model to continually guess new words, which will help resolve issues similar to what we saw when I was drawing the zebra. And now that it's complete, let's try it out in an actual game. Okay buddy, so it looks like you're not guessing any words right now, which is crazy because you literally had one job and you messed it up. So actually, as it turns out, I'm filtering out every word. But anyways, here we go for the second time around.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
So that's cool, but if you hadn't noticed, having to manually take a screenshot and tweak my script every time is pretty slow. So slow, in fact, that it's still much easier to just guess the word yourself. In order to fix this problem, I'm going to automate everything. And with just a little bit of movie magic, we have automation. And so I tried it out once again. Huge L, but easy fix. Now it's updated, running again. And yeah, looks like the bot is able to guess the words. Doesn't always get the first try, but it does get it eventually. Now, what is Linda drawing? It kind of looks like a dick. I can't share that on YouTube. Wait, how is this coronavirus? Oh no, Linda, no, coronavirus is not that kind of virus. Hold on, what's she drawing now? Linda, what's that? No, Linda, you bitch! I also added in a GUI so I can click buttons instead of typing my input with keys, because I am a lazy piece of shit. So now for the big question, how far can I take this bot before getting caught? To help my bot blend in better, I have a list of default messages that can be sent out each round if it doesn't guess the word right away. Other players should hopefully assume that my program is just making a bunch of unsuccessful guesses and then getting mad. Now admittedly, I don't actually know if this will fool a real human, but seeing how there are channels racking up millions of views from AI generated old people, I have pretty low expectations for humanity. I'm going to start with these default settings I have in my script, but every so often, I'll change something in my program that makes it even more obvious that I'm using the bot. Let's begin. So the game just started, and as you can see, the bot is struggling in the first round, probably because this isn't the best drawing. That, and I also don't think it's very effective if the drawer writes out the word, but it did guess it eventually. How about we change these parameters? I'm thinking 350 words per minute, and the bot is just decimating everything. It does take a good number of tries before getting the word, but it does seem to be doing alright on its own. Okay, let's once again change these parameters, which will make the bot guess rapid fire. And there it goes. Wait, hold on. Slow down. Oh, I was auto-kicked. Alright, fine. I'll just lower these values. Hit play, and looks like there is an ad, but since they aren't sponsoring this video, I am going to have to unfortunately cover this up. Nothing personal, guys. It's just business. The next game was much more promising, as I found a sweet spot where the bot was able to guess fast while avoiding spam detection. And just like the previous game, it didn't take long before I was well ahead in first place. So it was looking like I was about to bag an easy first win. Or so I thought. Oh boy, they're catching on. I think I might be kicked. Oh, wait, they want to kick Luba? I see, he's not actually drawing anything on the canvas. Honestly, I've just had this bot on autopilot and looked up to see these glaring yellow messages in chat. Okay, let's just continue on. And funny enough, the very last drawing in this game is a zebra, which is somehow even worse than my own. But there we go, my first win, and it wasn't even close. Juan looks like he's giving me the stink eye, but he had no idea. Now for this next game, I'm still going to alter my parameters, but I'm also going to remove these default messages, so the only thing the bot types are the guesses. Starting off in 4th place, I see the number 1 player is only 200 points away, so let's see how long it takes to beat him. And wow, it guessed it right away. Now, I don't want to say this guy's actual name, so let's just call him Jeff, and he has a pretty big potty mouth. No, you are a hazard, Jeff. And somebody already wants to kick this guy, which is funny because you can just see all these spam messages from my bot. Well, looks like he's a drawer now. Let's see what he's got. And just great, we have another Linda on our hands. Wait, hold up. The word is peanut. That's hilarious. This drawing actually does describe the word peanut. This deserves a thumbs up for accuracy. But anyways, the rest was smooth sailing to the finish line. Now for game 3, my plan was quite simple. I would literally just tell people I was using a bot and that they should kick me. And when I joined the lobby, I was fully committed to this strategy. Until this happened. Okay, looks like someone is actually acknowledging how many guesses I'm making, but they haven't actually caught on that I'm using a bot. And now Jamal is getting suspicious. How are you guessing all these random words, but not the correct one? Alright, let me vote to kick this guy just for fun. Oh, what? Someone is actually siding with me on this. That's insane. Jamal is a hacker. Anna said as Sweet Spot spammed the chat. Guys, wait, what is all this drama? Anna, you are an idiot. I hate you guys. Bro, why is she so mad? I don't know, maybe she just had a bad day. Anna, how was your day? Anna left the chat. Okay, I need to be honest with you guys. This game is actually not going well. I'm somehow in 3rd place. And now I'm getting roasted. Imagine hacking and still coming in 3rd. Whoa, he's not hacking. They're just words. Yeah, Freaket, you're right. I'm not hacking. I'm just typing 5 words every second. The drawer drew a bone, and Sweet kept guessing random words. Okay, this might be the end of the line. Let's see. Hey, Sweet, are you a real person? I think I'm just going to ignore that. Okay, I think he's a bot. And I was kicked. I didn't see any messages that said people were kicking me, but I'm guessing they're hidden from the individual being kicked. Well, anyways, it was a pretty good run. Now they say that cheaters never win, but I think I just proved those people wrong. I'd say the real lesson here is that cheaters never have fun, because I had no satisfaction whatsoever from winning these games, outside of a few laughs of course. After all, the best part about doing anything on your own is learning from the journey, not the benefits derived from the destination. But yeah, enough of me lecturing about stuff you don't care about. I still destroyed everyone. Until next time, thanks for watching, I'll see you later.